Hey guys, welcome back. In this particular series, I was mainly talking about various concepts related to 5G, and in each of these concepts, I was mainly talking about advantages and disadvantages and related to challenges, things like that, right? So, whenever there is a challenge, to overcome that challenge, a newer technology or newer concept was introduced, and I was talking about all of them one by one. So like that, mainly in the previous video, I was talking about one newer technology, that is analog beamforming. So because of certain challenges introduced by millimeter wave, we had to go to analog beamforming, right? Now, when we were in analog beamforming, we saw one particular challenge, and to overcome that challenge, I was mentioning that a newer technology has been introduced, that is actually small cell. So we will see more about this, like what was the challenge and to overcome that challenge, how the small cell will help out. So what I will do, I will take one specific example. I had taken actually one example in the previous video related to this, but I will take some other example here which will give more clarity to you. Let's say this is a base station. Okay. Now the thing is that let's say from this, if it is a wider beam, okay, when there is no beam forming, let's say it is forming the beam something like this. Now let us say, with the beam forming, let's say the beam is forming something like this. Now what I would do is that, um, let's say uh, let's say there is a building over here. Okay, so let's say there is a building. So this is the obstacle. Now I will say that the UV is present over here. Okay, so now UV is present over here. Now with this bigger beam, right, when there is no beam forming, let's say, um, let's say one signal might have traveled, one signal might have traveled in this direction. Then let's say there is some diffraction because of some sharp obstacle or scattering. Still there is a chance that the signal can reach to this UV, and the service would be given to this. But now consider this, the wider beam, this one. So sorry, consider this narrow beam, where we expect the signal to travel this much longer distance, and it has got better directivity. But because of this narrow beam, and because of this obstacle, this signal would hit the obstacle, and here we are seeing that there is no way that the signal would actually reach to this UV in this case. Okay, so but then what can be done to reach the signal to this particular UV? So that is when uh, there is an introduction of small cell. So let's say, um, there is a small cell over here. So this is the small cell. I'll write it like this. First, this narrow beam would be formed to this particular I mean small cell, and then from this small cell, one more beam forming would be done to this particular UV so that the signal reaches, or it could be done either in this way as well. Let's say, so this is a base station. First, I mean small cell. Then from here, the beam can be formed in this direction to reach this particular UV. So I hope you got the clarity, right? But here, what we need to know, what is this cell? This cell here can be called as macro cell. Okay, this is called as small cell. So we need to know the difference. The difference is that macro cell covers the distance of about 100 kilometers, around 100 kilometers, radius. Cell radius will be 100 kilometers. So the small cell radius will be of a few kilometers or even few meters and things like that. So in small cell itself, we can have multiple variations like micro cell. Okay, micro cell, pico cell, and femto cell, and things like that. So depending upon the range, we have a different type of cells. So difference also, I hope you got it. So what is the application then? Like since there's a small cell, already one application I have been covered, but 5G is also planning to have these small cells such that, okay, let's say there is a macro cell over here, and first it will form the beamforming to the micro cell. This micro cell is actually installed in a large building or a tech park. In the tech park we will have large buildings, right? So it would be installed in this particular building, and this small cell is now supposed to actually provide service to all the UVs present in this building, to all the floors. Okay, so that we can have the dedicated service to all these users, or we can have a generic service to all these users. So that is also has been planned. I hope you got the clarity with even application. So with this, I will wind up. In the upcoming videos, I will talk about more concepts related to 5G, and we will see if any of the concepts are, introducing some kind of challenge. We will also see how those challenges would be over, how those challenges can be can be eliminated with some other concept. Okay. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye bye. Please do subscribe to the channel.